Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. A new study by Mido, a money management app for kids and teens, found 81% of Canadian parents say they find back-to-school shopping stressful. For many families, it's more of a tug-of-war than a team effort. Angelique de Montbrun is the CEO of Mido. We've reached her this morning with advice on how parents can navigate the financial stressors of back-to-school season. Good morning, Angelique.
Good morning.
So school has started, at least here in Calgary, and it has parents stressed. Why is this such a tough time for families?
Yes, and I've just done drop-off myself this morning here in Ontario. And so I think that back to school generally is a stressful time. There's a lot going on, new routines, new schedules, but you have the context of a lot happening economically this year. And so we're finding a lot of parents even more stressed than what they would be normally in a year. As you said, 81% of parents are expressing that they're feeling those stresses. And a lot of that is both the macro context, financial strain, a lot is happening. And also our kids wanting more. There are more kind of digital appetite, social media influences. And so there's a lot of pressure mounting on families.
So how can parents set that back-to-school budget and stick to it without feeling like the bad parent?
Absolutely. And this is a really tough one. I think it takes a lot of practice. What we tried to think about, and we worked with financial expert Jessica Morehouse to really design what this could be. And so we tend to think about it as firstly age appropriate, making sure that for our little kiddos in the house who might be under the age of grade 5, you want to continue to be the leader. You want to set the pace and the course. And then for our older kids in the house, we want to make sure that they're getting greater autonomy in decision making. And so what that looks like is really starting to think about helping them understand needs versus wants. Understanding that is just a core principle, a basic kind of concept that is really helpful when you apply that to budgeting. And what that means is you want to list all of your needs. What are the things you absolutely must have this year in order to be successful in your school year? And then you want to list out your wants. What are the cool sneakers? What are the trending things? And then pull together a budget. So what is feasible within your family and within your limits? How much do you have to be able to support kind of those purchases? And then really prioritize them. So if you were to say like the first thing are all the needs that we have to list out, and then at the bottom there are the wants. And if we can get to those, that's great. But if we can't, then that's the conversation. And really it's about being prepared. So the planfulness and making sure that families are sitting down together, having these conversations before they step into store or online, and before they're making those purchases.
And what role can apps like Mido play in helping empower kids and encouraging them for those lifelong financial learning goals?
Yeah, Mido is a great tool in order to aid for back to school. I know for my kids, my older teens, they were given their budget on Mido and encouraged to use that for the things that they want. And so we have a feature, both a spend feature and then a save feature. And that's really good in terms of allocating needs versus wants. So you want to make sure that kind of the spend feature can be designed so that they can use that and utilize that function in order to go in store or online and have that autonomy and really start to experience what budgeting is practically. And then you also have those save features where they can put aside money and start to save towards things that they want that might be bigger purchases that are outside of the budget.
Yeah, it sounds like a great resource. Thanks for this morning, Angelique.
Thank you.
Angelique de Montbrun is the CEO of Mido. For more information, check out any of the links right up there on your screen.